To learn more about the long-lost civilization. Further details were outlined in his latest announcement. I have developed a
Clear the landing pad. You may leave when ready.
Will translate the codices of Guardian sites. However, pilots are reminded that accessing Guardian data is only possible when in possession of one of their artifacts. Pilots can obtain Ramtar's decryption algorithm from any station in the Meme system other than Felistock. The artifacts alluded to by Ramtar can be found at Guardian sites. Commanders are warned to be on alert, as the sites may be defended by Guardian drones. Ramtar also stated, "I will be more than pleased to reimburse any pilot who successfully returns to the Meme system with a complete series of Guardian logs. There is so much more for us to
All clear. Till next time, Commander.
Discover about the Guardians and their history, and this could be a significant turning point in our understanding."
Frameshift drive charging.
Thargoid surveillance in the Pleiades. Aegis has launched an operation to monitor Thargoid activity in the Pleiades Nebula. Admiral Aiden Tanner, Chief Military Liaison at Aegis,
3, 2, 1.
This statement. Our new Eagle Eye initiative will closely monitor systems where Thargoid surface sites are known to exist. We have established orbital surveillance installations at 6 locations in the Pleiades, which will measure energy level fluctuations and track ship movements. Each installation is attended by a comms beacon that will collect the data before transmitting it to us for analysis. Aegis has confirmed that Eagle Eye installations have been placed in the following systems: HIP 17225, HIP 17692, HIP 17892, HR 1185, Pleiades Sector IRW, D155, Pleiades Sector KCV, C24. Professor Albert Isro commented, "My hope is that this initiative will greatly increase our knowledge of the Thargoids. Our understanding of their behavior." Expressed hope that the new armaments would provide a tactical advantage in our conflict with the Thargoids. Meanwhile, Aegis has launched an operation to monitor Thargoid activity in the Pleiades Nebula. The Tri-Superpower Initiative has established orbital surveillance installations at 6 locations in the Pleiades as part of the Eagle Eye Initiative. The installations will monitor systems where Thargoid surface sites are known to exist. Finally, the Coalition of Othime has announced plans to develop refinery facilities in its home system, through the construction of a new asteroid base. The organization hopes that the new base will allow it to compete with other refineries in the region. And those are the main stories this week. Coalition of Othime campaign. The Coalition of Othime has announced plans to develop refinery facilities in its home system, through the construction of a new asteroid base. A spokesperson for the coalition said, "Othime relies heavily on its refineries, but those refineries are limited to small and medium cargo vessels, which limits the amount of revenue we can generate. A new asteroid base would allow us to support large ships, such as the Anaconda and Imperial Cutter, and allow us to compete with other refineries in the sector." The organization has placed an open order for various commodities, and has placed a kill order on all ships on its wanted list, to ensure that those contributing material to the campaign can do so safely. Pilots who contribute to the initiative will be generously rewarded. The campaign begins on 8th of March 3304, and will run for 1 week. If the final target is met earlier than planned, the campaign will end immediately. Colonia Initiative concludes. The Colonia Council has announced that its campaign to build a security installation in the Colonia region has been warmly received by the galactic community. Large quantities of material were delivered to Dove Enigma over the past week, allowing the initiative to move to the construction phase. A spokesperson for the Colonia Council,
Incoming mission critical message.
which is overseeing the campaign, gave the following statement: "The new installation will help us protect the people of Colonia from the ever-escalating Thargoid threat. Our thanks go to those who supported the campaign. Erecrimson Vision Corporation. Erecrimson Vision Corporation, Colonia. Erecrimson Vision Corporation, Gold Hubbard. The Guardians. The galaxy reacts. There has been a range of reactions to the discovery of new Guardian sites, and to Ramtar's development of Guardian-inspired technologies. Federal President Zachary Hudson said, "The Federation congratulates Ramtar on his success. Anything that helps us defend our citizens from Thargoid aggression is welcome." Imperial Admiral Denton Petrius echoed this sentiment. "I am pleased to hear that new, more powerful armaments are being produced. These will provide a tactical advantage in our conflict with the Thargoids." Alliance Prime Minister Edmund Mahone struck a more balanced tone. "Information is wealth, and Ramtar's efforts to expand the boundaries of science and knowledge will make us rich indeed." Meanwhile, Samguru, Pranav, and Tyler of Utopia look to the future. There is enormous potential for humanity to benefit from the technology of our galactic predecessors, and we look forward to sharing whatever prosperity these new discoveries may bring. Finally, Professor Albert Isro, head of research at Aegis, commented, "I have already contacted Ramtar with the hope that Aegis can study his new data. Understanding more about the Guardians may enhance our knowledge of the Thargoids, and perhaps help us to comprehend their motives." Ramtar announces new discoveries. The engineer Ramtar has revealed that his recent request for pilots to investigate possible Guardian sites has yielded significant discoveries. He has released this statement: "Thanks to many courageous commanders, we have found several new Guardian sites, and recovered a great deal of data. As I theorized, the ruins are not as dead as they seem, since some are actively defended by ancient Guardian drones. My analysis of the data has yielded key technological information, much of which can be put to immediate practical use. This has allowed me to produce blueprints for new weaponry and power plant systems, based on Guardian designs. I am currently liaising with technology brokers to manufacture and distribute these devices, which I hope will benefit the galaxy in these troubled times." Ramtar added that he will continue to rely on the galactic community's support in unearthing further knowledge about the Guardians. Week in Review. Here are this week's major stories. Reports from independent pilots confirm that a new type of Thargoid vessel has been encountered, both in the Pleiades and on the fringes of the core systems. The ship, designated a Thargoid Scout Marauder by the Pilots Federation, are reported to be more maneuverable than the Thargoid Interceptor, but less resistant to weapons fire. Meanwhile, analytical reports released by Aegis have confirmed a pattern to the Thargoids' recent starboard attacks, which have left thousands dead and infrastructures crippled. Admiral Aiden Tanner, Aegis' chief military liaison, confirmed that the Thargoids are specifically targeting starports where Aegis laboratories are established. Defensive measures have been increased at all starports where Aegis has a presence. Authorities in Colonia have decided to step up security by building a new security installation in the region. The AREC, Crimson Vision Corporation, has launched a parallel campaign to boost Colonia's military strength by providing the region with weapons. Both initiatives are a direct response to ongoing Thargoid hostility. Finally, Admiral Denton Patrius has announced that the Joint Federal Imperial Operation in the Pleiades Sector, OIT, C-37, and RIT Sector, XCZ, B-4 systems has succeeded in achieving its objectives. Scores of independent pilots supported the campaign by eliminating Thargoids, and by recovering black boxes and personal effects from Thargoid attack sites. And those are the main stories this week. Lakon releases Alliance Chieftain. The Alliance has announced a new combat ship, the Alliance Chieftain, which has been specifically designed to counter the aggression of the Thargoids. A press release from Lakon Spaceways, which has developed the ship, stated, "The Chieftain is a highly maneuverable vessel for its size and weight, offering an advantage against the renowned agility of Thargoid craft. It boasts 6 weapon hardpoints, and also has 3 internal military compartments. This makes it very capable in a combat situation, and able to withstand considerable punishment. We believe demand will be high. The Alliance Chieftain is now available for purchase." Federal Imperial Operation concludes. Admiral Denton Patrius has announced that the Joint Federal Imperial Operation in the Pleiades Sector, OIT, C-37, and RIT Sector, XCZ, B-4 systems has succeeded in achieving its objectives. Scores of independent pilots supported the campaign by eliminating Thargoids, and by recovering black boxes and personal effects from Thargoid attack sites. As the campaign drew to a close, Admiral Denton Patrius released a statement, thanking those who participated. Pilots who contributed to the initiative can now collect their awards from Orcus Crag in the Pleiades Sector, OIT, C-37 system and PRE Logistics Support Beta, in the RIT Sector, XCZ, B-4. Arming Colonia. Arek Crimson Vision Corporation has launched a campaign to boost Colonia's military strength by providing the region with weapons. The initiative is a direct response to ongoing Thargoid hostility. A spokesperson for Arek Crimson Vision Corporation elaborated on the nature of the campaign. "Several members of our organization have friends and family in Colonia, so we've decided to divert some cash into protecting the region. If the Thargoids come knocking, we don't want the people of Colonia to be caught with their pants down." Arek Crimson Vision Corporation has placed an open order for a range of weapons, and has promised to reward pilots who deliver the requested goods to Gold Hub, in the Arek system. The campaign begins on the 1st of March 3304, and will run for 1 week. If the final target is met earlier than planned, the campaign will end immediately. Protecting Colonia. As the Thargoid offensive continues, authorities in Colonia have decided to step up security by building a new security installation in the region. A spokesperson for the Colonia Council, which is overseeing the initiative, gave the following statement. "The Thargoids have now entered the core systems, and their hostility shows no signs of abating. Meanwhile, Colonia's defensive capabilities remain limited. It is clear to us that the time to act has come. Colonia has agreed to fund the operation, and has placed an open order for various mined resources for use in the construction. Pilots who deliver the requested resources to Dove Enigma in the Colonia system will be generously compensated. The campaign begins on the 1st of March 3304, and will run for 1 week. If the final target is met earlier than planned, the campaign will end immediately." Starport Status Update. This report presents the latest data on starports experiencing technical issues as a result of Thargoid sensor-related interference. The following starports are on the brink of closure: Wood Station, Michal, Evangelisti Settlement, Kodak. Ramtar searching for new Guardian sites. The engineer, Ramtar, a leading expert on the mysterious Guardians, has requested help in locating undiscovered sites from the ancient alien race. He has issued the following statement. "The artifacts recently delivered to me have been subjected to intense molecular analysis. As a result, I have deduced the possibility of Guardian sites in 3 specific systems: Col 173, Sector QUOD 625, HD 63154, and Sanuef, EUQC 2110. I urge the galactic community to investigate these systems, where I believe we may find further traces of the Guardian's ancient civilization. I appreciate that this could be a wild goose chase, but data from such sites, if they exist, would be extremely valuable. Ramtar has asked that any data be delivered to him at Phoenix Base in the main system. Thargoids targeting Aegis laboratories. Analytical reports released by Aegis have confirmed a pattern to the Thargoids' recent starboard attacks, which have left thousands dead and infrastructures crippled. Admiral Aiden Tanner, Aegis's chief military liaison, made this statement. We have identified that the Thargoids are specifically targeting starports, where Aegis laboratories are established. These include Titan's daughter in the Taygeta system, Lehman Legacy in HIP 16753, and the Oracle in the Pleiades sector IIWD 155. In conjunction with local security services and system authorities, we are increasing defensive measures at all starports, where Aegis has a presence. Professor Albert Tesro, the organization's chief scientific advisor, voiced additional concerns. Aegis research centers were set up to increase our understanding of the Thargoids, so it's clear they're attempting to prevent us investigating their technology and artifacts. Naturally, we'll take precautions, but I can only wonder what a long-term solution might be. Will we have to establish laboratories in secret locations, such as bunkers or asteroids? Aegis's work is critical. Only through knowledge might we establish a real relationship with the species. Federal Initiative concludes. The Federation has announced that the Bulwark project has reached a successful conclusion. Scores of pilots supported the campaign by delivering commodities to John Dock. These will be used to research the possibility of an automated Federal Defense Force. As the campaign drew to a close, Federal Shadow President Felicia Winters released a statement. My sincere gratitude goes to those who supported this campaign. But I want to remind you that we are still some way from a fully automated defense force. The Bulwark project's initial remit is simply to establish the economic and military feasibility of such an enterprise. Meanwhile, opponents have continued to voice concerns that it could lead to the development of artificial
Incoming mission critical message.
which is outlawed throughout the galaxy. Pilots
Delacy Tango Alpha Lima. Please ensure you follow standard docking procedures before landing.
contribute.
Access authorized. Please head directly for Bay 22.
Into the initiative can now collect their rewards from John Dock in the Momoy Red system. Anti-Thargoid operation. Following the success of last month's Federal Imperial operation in the HIP 17692 system, the two superpowers have once again joined forces to combat the
1,000 meters from touchdown. Automated docking initiated.
Landing gear deployed.
The operation will focus on the Pleiades sector OITC-37 and Aratus sector XEZ-B4 systems, where large concentrations of Thargoid ships have been reported. The purpose of the two-pronged operation
Matched. You are most welcome, Commander.
is to reduce the Thargoid presence in Pleiades sector OITC-37 and to recover black boxes and personal effects from Thargoid attack sites in Aratus sector XCZ-B4. The former initiative is being overseen by the Merope Expeditionary Fleet, while the latter is being coordinated by the Pleiades Resource Enterprise. Pilots who support these operations will be eligible for substantial rewards. Admiral Denton Patrias launched the campaign with the following statement. We know that militias of experienced combat pilots are particularly effective against the Thargoids, but we must not be complacent. Our enemies are formidable, and we underestimate them at our peril. The campaign begins on the 22nd of February 3304 and will run for 1 week. If the final target is met earlier than planned, the campaign will end immediately.